So we've opened up the dispatcher's panel here, and you can see that there's an old track diagram that basically shows the main line from point to point, and that's a bit of history. It dates back to 1977. So here's your electrical system,
which is rotary switches,
yeah,
double pole, 11 position, and the wiring, which was a lot of fun to build.
So when you're working with DC, then you're quite wire and electrical intensive when you look at the number of wires compared to, say, a DCC system.
It looks impressive, but it's not complicated. It's the same thing that repeats itself.
Yes.
You know, it's just to be orderly. I got a kick out of this one, building it and having harnesses made up so they look neat.
Yes.
My professor was a Navy engineer with the Canadian Navy, and he was in charge of the electrical on DDH-280.
Right.
Triple class destroyers. So I had a good teacher. And he was also an engineer on the London subway, or underground, the signal system. So I was very fortunate to have the guy.
I'd say so.
He's passed away since,
But again, for every one of these rotaries and the power, what you're saying is that there's two wires for every cab.
One there and one under.
Yeah, and that means that power has to be directed and connected between every single block along the main line here.
Yeah.
And then it goes to a major cable that runs out and connects to the track in all the blocks.
And this one goes under and up. I've got lots of LEDs to put on yet that I'd like to put on, you know, like the occupancy locks and stuff like that would be nice to have, but it's a thing in the future. You're never finished.
Of course.
Power's not here. One. See, I can move those. Yep. Because and then if I take the power off,
right,
then the red light goes on, but I don't have any access to those. These are controls. CTC.
So what the dispatcher can do is, for local switching, pass it to the engineer.
That's right.
For their control, and when he wants to take it away, he can.
And we use a telephone system for that.
Yeah, okay.
No yelling.
We got this huge honking panel here in Ottawa Yard. You heard lots of clicking and snapping as you have to basically throw the turnouts and set the power distribution so you can run the trains into the yard. So let's have a look at this panel because it's a work of art in itself.
Okay.
Wow, just look at this baby.
It was built in 1974.
Right. So describe what you've got here on the panel.
Well, these are all the rotary switches for the different cabs.
Right.
Okay, and the power comes here, then it's redistributed to the different blocks.
Right.
And the blocks are basically, those are either you select on one color or the other. And this is all the blocks for the turntable. Right. Turntable control blocks again. And all these are wires that go to each track. Not track, but switch machines, where they're all lined up, and then they go to the power pack. And this is a capacitor discharge because of the distance. It helps because it's only a 24 gauge wire, where you've got to push it. It's been working okay, nothing burnt down. Been 42 years, so. But this is where my friend showed me how to wire, to have all this extra loops so that if it breaks down, then you have enough to repair. And these are extra loops that if you need them for expansion of some sort, like lights and so forth. So it's been quite lots of fun. I've got this on Super 8 picture as it grows from the different colors.
Danger, high voltage.
Yeah, 110.
Can give you a fair snap there.
Oh, especially if your 2 feet are on the concrete.
Well, thank you, Frank, for giving us some time at your house today.
My pleasure, anytime.
I'm glad to see this because it's not often you get to see an advanced layout in a DC setup. And I'm sure the people on the net would be excited to have a look at this because...
I hope they do, and I hope they take the try and have fun with it.